Good morning, class 8 once again. Yes, as I already informed you, I don't know if by next week any relaxations will be there on schools and all, but the trend doesn't show so. Let us see what new guidelines come after 15. But whatever it is, till now, as I can say that you are going to have the summatives and that is going to be online. But before that, I would like to tell you one more written assessment we will be taking. Okay, more or less you are going to have one more written assessment, and that assessment I am planning to take it last week of January. So last week of January, maybe 27th can be a good time. So I'm already telling you in advance. You will have India physical divisions full, and this chapter, India climate, India natural vegetation and wildlife, this topic full. So on these two topics, we intend to take one more written assessment, and tentatively means it will either be on 27th or I will take it on 1st of February, either of the two dates. Okay.
Marks,
Huh?
marks, full marks.
Marks will be most probably 15 marks. We haven't set the paper yet, but we have decided on the topic, me and Debahuti ma'am. So it will be either on 27th or 1st. But I intend to finish India and move on to Asia. Okay, move on to Asia, because Asia's physical divisions and climate, that is for sure there. Resources, we are thinking on how much how much marks will the summative we are going to go ahead with and everything. So physical divisions and climate for Asia, you surely have that for your summatives. Hence,
Ma'am, can you
prepare
please
that.
repeat the chapters again?
See, one chapter is wind and pressure belts, the study material. Next is India physical divisions full. This chapter, India climate, natural vegetation and wildlife, this full. These two chapters full. So 3 chapters full. And Asia, we want to keep it full, but let's see whether full or up to climate part, that we will inform you depending on the situation. From Asia, I can tell you from page number, this is 56. Location, Asia countries, Asia physical divisions, the land, northern lowlands, central zone, then the plateau, fertile alluvial plains, these island group, and then climate. Okay, because that is why we did the chapter wind and pressure belts before doing anything else. So Asia climate, all the seasons and climate and vegetation zones, tundra, taiga, steppe and desert. So till page cool temperate, warm temperate, this part, wait, cool temperate, warm temperate, tropical monsoon, equatorial, Mediterranean. So till page number 67, before resources and their utilization, till there you sure 100% have it. Okay, resources and their utilization part, whether we will be able to keep it or not, I'll let you know. It also depends a little on the time factor. So from page number, this one minute again, going back from page number 56, right, page number 56, this I'm talking about Asia. Okay, Asia from 56 you definitely have up till page number 67, before resources and their utilization. The last is mountains, higher up shrubs and grasses are found. Till there you surely have it. Just resources and their utilization, that agriculture, minerals, that part we will let you know. So keep preparing these.
Mostly Asia physical,
Physical and climate and vegetation.
Yes,
Climate and relation between climate and vegetation. These we are
not
doing very
resources.
importantly. Not resource for now. Let's see how much time we have and how we can progress. Okay.
And this is only enough. No need to include resources.
Let's say a little bit of grueling needed. You know how much syllabus is there in class 9. Class 9 is huge. Okay. Rather comparatively 10 becomes a little easier. Now coming to India's seasons, any question with arriving of the monsoons? How the so summer, so after summer, arriving of the monsoons till beginning of September. Okay, till mid-September, rather till mid-September, that much of the climate part is clear. Okay, no questions. Okay, great. So we call this as, you can all you know that first the monsoon season. So this is like the arrival of the monsoons. From June it starts. The first state being Kerala, and then slowly, you know, by June the entire west coast. Eastern coast doesn't get that much of rainfall because the Bay of Bengal branch is going parallel. If you look at this diagram, nicely the winds are also drawn here, and then by beginning of July, you know, it is getting deflected by the Arakan mountains and all, and a part of it is entering the Indo-Gangetic, and this branch that is entering the Indo-Gangetic, it is the Bay of Bengal branch. A part of it get inside this funnel, North Himalayas, and a part of the Himalayas, the Purvachal is there on the east and the south. Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, Purvachal part of the Himalayas, and then the Shivaliks in the north. And this funnel here in this part of India, once the winds enter this funnel, there is no outlet. Okay, there is no way the winds have any escape. Hence, whatever moisture they have, they shed it in this part, causing this to be also one of the rainiest parts in India and one of the rainiest in the world, with Cherrapunji, Mawsynram, these places located in the northeast of India. Now the winds, they start, and as I said, they will get blocked by the Himalayas. The entire wind gets blocked by the Himalayas, and the Himalayas are so lofty that they cannot cross it. India fortunately lies on the windward side of the Himalayas. So the entire Indo-Gangetic, slowly, they get rainfall. Okay, but once the winds are entering, they have a lot of moisture. So West Bengal, being closest to the Bay of Bengal, it gets a lot of rainfall. Bihar gets a little less than that. Uttar Pradesh and Delhi comparatively gets less than that. By the time it reaches eastern side of Rajasthan, the winds have very little moisture left. Whatever is left, it sheds it on the windward side. And the little wind that goes to the rain shadow area of the Aravalli range, they have no moisture left at all. Hence, the rain shadow area of the Aravalli is what desert?
Thar
desert.
Absolutely, the Thar desert. Now, this is arrival of the monsoons. The next season, so this happens up to September. August end, by August end, the monsoons have reached Rajasthan, Gujarat side, and they cause a little bit of rainfall there. Okay, so by early September, whatever moisture it had, the Bay of Bengal branch, it sheds that moisture around the Aravallis, and they and the wind starts moving. The wind has entered India. Now, by September, as you all know, you know this. If the sun is the Earth is revolving around the sun, so till now the northern hemisphere was tilted towards the sun. So northern hemisphere had summer season, while the southern hemisphere was experiencing winter season. Now by September, do you know when is autumn equinox? Do you remember the 4 positions of the earth while revolving?
Yes,
Solstices and 2 equinox, spring equinox, and we have autumn equinox. So around 22nd, 23rd September, it is spring equinox. Now the axis is more or less straight, and you know the sun has started, means basically now the sun, we say the sun is moving down south. Actually, the Earth's tilt is changing. Okay, now you will see by this time, just hold on a minute. By this time, what will happen is, as the southern hemisphere, when it is December 22nd, we have the winter solstice. So by September, we have the autumn equinox. Autumn equinox, we have it. Okay, and in autumn equinox, the sun is now, it has gone down. It is now overhead over the equator. Equinoxes means when the sun is overhead over the equator. There are, I don't know if you remember, we did it as in class 5, you know, the 4 positions of the earth. Do you remember? We used to do this. Suppose there are 4 positions of the earth like this, and in between you will have the sun. Do you remember this diagram that we used to do? The revolution of the earth. Yes? Anybody remembers? This is class 5, rotation revolution.
But I forgot.
And we used to draw the sun in the middle. So, you know, these 2 positions, we used to say these are the equinoxes, and one is very badly drawn. But suppose this is summer season. So summer solstice, northern hemisphere is tilted, and winter solstice, southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. Okay. And here, the axis will remain somewhat like this. When the equator, these are the 2 positions, so spring equinox and autumn equinox. This is when the sun is overhead over the equator. Now, equator means equator with respect to India, it is in the Indian Ocean. So the water body is getting quite a lot of heat, the Indian Ocean side. Okay, what you need to remember from here is that now the water body is getting heat. So, and water, that the heat it is getting, it is able to hold on to that heat. The pressure conditions are changing. Till now, there was low pressure on land, high pressure on the water bodies, because land, since sun was overhead on the Tropic of Cancer, summer season, sun is overhead over the Tropic of Cancer. Hence, India's landmass was very hot. Now the the tilt is changing from North Pole. Now South Pole is coming towards the sun. By autumn, that is by September, sun has, the sun's movement has gone to the water bodies. It's over the equator. Equator is passing through the Indian Ocean. Now the pressure conditions is getting reversed. Okay, this reversal in pressure conditions leads to complete change in the direction of the winds. So for the months of June, July, August, September, while the winds were coming in and they were blowing as sea breezes, now the wind starts, you will see the wind will start blowing as land breeze. Okay, land breeze. The Indian landmass is getting cooler. The surrounding water bodies are warmer. So the surrounding water bodies will have what kind of pressure?
No.
The water bodies will have low pressure, and land will have what kind of pressure?
Ma'am, high pressure.
Land will have comparatively high pressure. What also happens is, so if the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India, that is 23.5 degrees, and India's northern part has the 30 degree north latitude. My question to you is, around 30 degree, what pressure belt have you read exists?
Ma'am, the
Horse latitudes.
Horse latitudes. Correct, Abhiraj. What pressure belt is that? Subtropical?
Subtropical high.
subtropical high pressure.
Exactly. Subtropical high. So when it is summer season, thus due to the shifting of the pressure belts, subtropical high crosses India and the high pressure goes up to China Tibet part. India hence has comparatively much low pressure. That is why the winds come in. But now again shifting of the pressure belts take place. The pressure belts, since the sun is moving down south, basically Earth's tilt is changing. Now the pressure belts also come down to India. So India's northern part will have the subtropical high pressure belt of the northern hemisphere.
Like now.
Huh?
I'm like now it is having.
Now, absolutely. Now, okay, so India's entire northern part gets very cold. 2-3 reasons. One is northern part has Himalayas, so automatically the the altitude makes it very cold. Plus, you will have, now the sun is going down, and by December the sun is overhead over the Tropic of Capricorn. It has gone to the southern hemisphere. So this part, all the pressure belts have shifted south. There is shifting of the pressure belts down south. Now, India's northern part has the subtropical high pressure belts. And equator, that is in the Indian Ocean, that will have equatorial low. That is always there. So around the equator, you have equatorial low, and land has high pressure. Water bodies have low pressure. So the wind starts blowing from land to sea. The way it entered, it actually comes out exactly in the opposite way. So it entered, it entered the Gangetic. If you really see this, it entered the Gangetic this way. Starting Rajasthan last. Now the wind starts coming out of Rajasthan, Gujarat first. Okay, the winds will start coming out of Rajasthan, Gujarat first. So Rajasthan, Gujarat and the western part of India, western UP, they have very short rainy season. They don't have a very long rainy season. And the wind starts coming out, reversing their path, since water bodies have low pressure. So water bodies attract the wind from land. So Rajasthan, Gujarat, by beginning of October, they see, well, end of September, they see the last showers of rain and wind is coming out. Slowly, by end of October, early November, from entire Indo-Gangetic, by early October, from entire Indo-Gangetic, the wind has come out. The wind has come out, and now you know this. So the wind is now blowing from what? The wind is now blowing from subtropical. So subtropical high, it is blowing towards equatorial low, and they will blow as trade winds. And these trade winds in the northern hemisphere, they blow from what direction? Northeast trades.
Northeast trade.
Northeast trades, absolutely. They blow as northeast trades. Now India's northern part has the subtropical high region. So just remember this: high pressure on land, low pressure on water bodies. Now the wind starts blowing from land to sea as land breeze. When they are coming from the land, will they have a lot of moisture?
No, ma'am.
Others, no. So these winds are dry winds. So by early October, dry winds are blowing from land to sea, and we see the sky is clearing out in the northern part of India. That is the Indo-Gangetic region. The skies become clear. There is no wind or no high humidity condition by October. There is no high humidity condition in most of the Indo-Gangetic, since it is coming out from that the Indo-Gangetic, and West Bengal is one of the last states It is one of the states on the eastern side of the Indo-Gangetic. It starts coming out from the west. So West Bengal might see a little bit of rain in October, but mostly the sky is clear. The winds are coming out and they don't have any moisture since they are land breezes. Also, from the Deccan region, you will find the winds are all coming out, crossing the Indo-Gangetic and everything. The winds are all coming out and they come as northeast trade winds. These winds are also called retreating monsoon winds. Retreating monsoon winds. Now, retreating monsoons, when they come, if you see the Arabian Sea branch is just going away. Okay, the Arabian Sea branch just goes away and it is just crossing out of India, the Arabian Sea branch. The Bay of Bengal branch, when they blows over Bay of Bengal, their direction is from northeast to southwest. When they go out, they first blow over Bay of Bengal and then the winds, cut through a little bit part of the eastern coast of India. Can you see they are cutting through the eastern coast of India? Now
Yes.
the Eastern Ghats lie tangential to these winds. Now the Eastern Ghats blocks these retreating monsoon winds. Okay, the Eastern Ghats are blocking the retreating monsoon winds. Which branch? Bay of Bengal branch. So when they are blocked by the Eastern Ghats, now some parts of the Coromandel coast, the eastern coast of India, some parts of the Coromandel coast, they get rainfall in the month of November and December. That is why this is also a very, very favorite question of ICSE board, since you have India's climate in class 10. Name one state of India that gets rainfall in the winter season and why? Okay, sometimes the name of the state is given. So basically the state of Tamil Nadu, okay, this side, India's eastern coast, Tamil Nadu, Coromandel coast. I'm talking about Coromandel coast. So Tamil Nadu and parts of Andhra Pradesh, when they are going out, you will see what happens is these winds, the Bay of Bengal branch, they pick up some moisture. They cut through India. So you will see some rainfall is caused in Tamil Nadu, and then eventually crossing Kerala, the winds blow out. So Kerala is the first state to see the rainfall, as well as the last state to see the rainfall. And these retreating monsoons are now blocked by the Eastern Ghats. When the winds were coming, the Eastern Ghats were parallel to these winds. So they were not blocking it. Hence, Eastern coast was dry. But when they are going out as northeast trades, they are being blocked by the Eastern Ghats. So Tamil Nadu, then a part of Andhra Pradesh, the Coromandel coast, they will get rainfall in the winter season. You will always hear Tamil Nadu having floods. If anybody follows news, have you heard that Tamil Nadu floods taking place recently in the month of November and December?
In June and July there is very little rainfall, not
It
much.
is dry.
But yes, but
Tamil
ma'am, in
Nadu,
October,
it's dry.
November,
Absolutely.
it's very lot of
It's in the month of November and December rather, you will see that Tamil Nadu and the Coromandel coast, it will get some amount of rainfall. So this is one part of India that gets a little rainfall from this time. But since they are going out, these winds only cause cyclonic conditions. So while West Bengal and all, they have cyclones in the month of May, June, by coming of the monsoons, Tamil Nadu has cyclonic conditions, winds and disruptions in the month of November, December from the retreating monsoons. Clear? Anybody, any question from this? None whatsoever. Clear? So I hope this is
Crystal
clear.
clear.
So one more thing that I would like to tell you from this retreating monsoon season. Basically, when the monsoons are retreating, I just now told you, so it starts retreating from the northern Indo-Gangetic plain first. So by October, the Indo-Gangetic and the Himalayan part of India, the northern part of India, the winds are coming out as northeast trades. And since the wind is coming from the land to sea, the atmosphere, the weather is clear. There is no rain or humidity in the weather. It's a clear, nice thing. That is why when we talk about Durga Puja, we say Shoroter Akash, which is, you know, clear, white, fluffy clouds, no humidity, little winter setting in. So Delhi and all these sides by early November, they are, you know, quite cold. So they have the first pinch of the winter setting in. But the winds, when they are coming out, they cross the Bay of Bengal and they make southern part of India. When they are crossing southern part of India, they carry moisture, since again they are blowing from water bodies to sea. Can you see the direction?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, they are blowing from, since they are blowing like this, so you know the direction becomes from northeast. So they cross southern part of India. From Bay of Bengal, they are crossing the southern part of India and they are going out. So while North India has clear skies, South India has something, a concept that is called October heat. If you go to page number 94, retreating monsoon season, paragraph number 2, you will see the month of October is marked there. Again, this comes in class 10 also. Very favorite question of the boards. What is October heat? While North India is clear and winter is setting in, due to the retreating monsoons, South India still has moisture in the climate and it's already hot because now the sun is overhead over the equator, which is passing through the Indian Ocean. So southern part of India is still hot. Plus, southern part of India has humidity. So the weather in the down south is still very humid. It's very oppressive. You know, you go out, you start sweating like anything. There is heat. The skies are not very clear yet. So this, you know, there is a oppressive, there is a very sultry weather that prevails over southern India in the month of October. This kind of weather in the month of, that is faced in the month of October by the southern states of India, that is known as October heat. So you can underline this. October heat makes the weather very uncomfortable in South India. Clear? After that, by December, these winds will completely go out of India. By early December, the winds are, you know, they are crossing over India and the entire Indian landmass will have winter season. Land high pressure, water bodies low pressure. So land breeze is blowing and more or less winter has set in every part of India by December and January. Sky is mostly clear. So October, the southern states of India will have October heat. By December, from South India also, the sky will become much more clearer. Little bit of winter. Those states near, since they are near the water bodies and influence of the sea will not make it very cold, but still winter has properly set in. Another part of India that gets rainfall during the winter season, rest of India will get it after the summer season, is Punjab, Haryana side. But Punjab, Haryana gets it for a very different reason. You know, India's western side have the Mediterranean Sea. So there are winds that blows from the Mediterranean Sea side and comes to India. They are called western disturbances. Since these winds come to India from the western side, western disturbances starting from the Mediterranean, these winds come to India until and unless they are blocked by the Himalayas. Okay, so these winds sometimes they cause light rainfall in Punjab, Haryana, and these winds are very good for growing wheat.